And we are live, my friends. It is exactly August 31st, 2024 at 3:45 p.m. So summer has sprung by so fast, has gone by almost too fast. There are a lot of things to do. I guess a lot of us have not managed to do yet. We've got a lot of rainfall here in Ottawa, Ontario, too, as well. More rainfall from hurricanes. But at least there was no severe weather, no tornadoes, no big high winds causing damage to properties this year on the bright side. But the plants and trees were very happy with all the rainfall. Flood risk was up to max, though, this particular summer in Ottawa, Ontario, anyway. That's how this summer was. No severe weather, no tornadoes, no high winds, at least. Cheers to that. So I hope everyone's having a very safe weekend there. And keeping safe and so forth. And keeping aware of your surroundings is very important. Another incident happened to me, unfortunately. I don't want to really go into that. But a lot of people in the downtown core are very violent. Very violent. As you can tell by the black eye I have a bit. Bit of bruise there and everything, all that. And bit of concussion, my neck is kind of sore, and so forth. Also, I threw my back out really badly last week, which I was out of commission for almost a week. Couldn't do much, couldn't bend down. Trouble getting out of bed like crazy. Oh, it was crazy. We're not getting any younger, are we? We have to take self-care up and maintain our surroundings, be observant, and be careful of escalating violence due to the ODs and people on drugs and violence against everybody generally. So, yeah, I spent time with my friend. She's very bitter about situations too and frustrated. But yeah, I understand her point of view about how things are not getting much better. Still looking for a job. The job that was supposed to come up never came up, so that's another thing. Very depressing, very disappointing too. So I keep cutting cans, but it's dangerous in this part of town with the neighbor who beat me up, and everything. And the racism in this neighborhood is just unbelievable. The downtown core, there are very racist people there. Every single day, I'm so used to being called a prostitute. I'm so used to calling a native whore or whatever. I'm just used to it, hearing that every single day. Downtown core, there are a lot of people, indigenous people who do drink a lot, who do commit violent crimes and so forth. I saw one by the courthouse by herself smoking a crack pipe, which is very sad to see. I think I understand why people judge me when I walk by. And I say hi to them, see who died, what's happening, blah, blah, blah. I used to do outreach before, so it's just kind of like an instinct or a need to find out what's going on in the community. But yeah, a lot of violence is going on still. And the drugs are running rampant downtown, ODs happening, people dying. There was also a unfortunate incident somewhere in the market. After my injury, I came from the hospital, went back downtown, waiting for the late bus. There was a big escalation of these people with another guy. And there were two other people who were indigenous hanging around with them. I went in the market to try to get one last call of drink because that was, the stressful day ahead. But I encountered a bunch of blood down in the market area, splatters of blood. So I went back to that guy who used to work in military, maybe an off-duty cop or something. Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea. I ran back to him and told him that there was a blood splatter down in the market. We went down together. I showed him, and there were some big storage boxes around the area. So he opened them and checked them to make sure there was nobody in there who may have been possibly murdered or suffering from blood wounds. was a bunch of blood splatter near one of them on the storage box. And then was another one a little further up. So I'm not sure the person got stabbed or shot, but he said there was a gunshot he heard too. So obviously someone got shot. Just before I got there, I got, which is kind of scary. The market in Ottawa is a very dangerous place now. That's the truth. And that is one thing about the downtown core. I experienced violence down there too. I experienced violence in my own community housing with a bunch of people who do drugs, deal drugs, and all this thing. And there's a lot of racism there. So, yeah, I'm as thankful for support systems and so forth. But it's dangerous with tourists. Please be careful of the market area. There's a lot of people trying to maintain crime prevention. There's the police, there's the OC Transport Constables, there's security, there's private security there trying to maintain safety within the market area for people visiting Ottawa and for everyone in general. Very complex situation, what to do with them. So I don't know. I'm sure people have died many times. That's not broadcast on the news, probably, more than likely. But it's mainly, I think, in my opinion, is probably fueled by drug use. Drug use does not help. People ODing all the time, people getting high, people getting violent. That's the main issue in the downtown core. So this Labor Day weekend, please be careful, and even in Toronto, everywhere. No matter where you are, any downtown core, Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, there's drugs everywhere. Since they legalized it, it's a total epidemic right now of ODs, violence, violent crime. And because of that, more drug dealers are being recruited, more gang members are being recruited, more gangsterism, more crime is going up because of this. So you have to use your head about what's going on. So please be careful. Watch your purses, make sure you're safe, and watch your surroundings. Very important this Labor Day weekend. Now, there are a lot of young girls I know who are really street smart and really protective of each other. That's good for them. I saw two of them walking down in my neighborhood, walking home together. They came from clubbing because they were dressed in sexy outfits and everything, but they were together anyway. And some guy was following them in a white vehicle. He eventually asked them, opened the door and asked them, "Hey, do you girls want to ride?" They were smart enough to say, "No, thank you. Thank you very much." And they kept walking on. That's good for them. Good for them. The young generation has to be careful about that. And those two were protecting each other, which is awesome. Those girls rock. Protecting each other. Be careful of the society today. Too much violence and too much racism. And it doesn't matter about if you're Indigenous or not. There are predators out there. Human trafficking rings are out there like 10 times more. Drug trafficking is out there 10 times more since they legalized it. And that's the thing we have to watch out for. There are people who will try anything in their power to try to bring you down. Like I'm trying to cut down my drinking. And I was doing a pretty good job. This guy down in my building left me a little note. I got vodka, blah, blah. I asked for it. I don't want vodka. I'm trying to cut down. And chicken, blah, blah, honey, garlic, whatever. But when you're trying to cut down, do not encourage a person to drink more. You have to cut down slowly. And these are one of the things that these predators do. They try to influence you to go in addictions more and more. And as a result, you can't do anything. You can't get a job. You can't go to school. You can't get positive reinforcement because they provide the bad stuff to get you down. Whether it be alcohol and then slowly introduce you to drugs. The young people out there, I was tempted into the drugs, but I said, no way, Jose, I'm not doing that. So they tried to go another level, vodka, the hard stuff. Nope, too risky for me. And they mess you up, and they messed me up again. So yeah, these are the things you have to watch out for your kids, especially the immigrants. I know they're very protective of their kids, but they can be targeted too. So let's be careful about that. This weekend, be careful. The young people, please be careful out there, because a lot of predators going to try to cruise for future people to victimize and so forth. That's another thing. This weekend's going to be a big weekend for the criminals, and that is the thing. There's going to be predators out there galore, everything. So no matter where you're at, Ottawa, Toronto, Montreal, Quebec City, wherever, they're going to be everywhere. These criminals and predators will be everywhere. So please watch your people. We're just lucky we never got tornado or severe windstorms and so forth, which is very good. It's very good that never happened. So if anything happens too, video record it. In public area, it is legal. So there's no worries about that. And the criminals will not like that and freak out and try to attack you or run away if enough of them are videotaping them in a crime and so forth. Very important to do that too. In a public place, you can record legally, especially if the crowd involved with some kind of violent thing going on. It doesn't matter what's going on. Everyone has the right to record in public area, no matter what. So these are just little tidbits of information I want to talk about right now. This weekend's going to be a big weekend. Kids going back to school. Kids will be out with the, partying and everything. Predators will want them and everything. Schools will be, they will find out what school they go to, and that's the thing. Make sure your kids are being aware of the many predators and violence and violators who will be out there. So that's nothing to think about. Don't mind me, I'm still kind of concussed a bit, so I took it easy all day. I didn't leave the apartment all day. I got KFC yesterday for supper. Very disappointing, actually. I got a 6-piece meal with coleslaw and the macaroni salad, $33. Not one drumstick in there. I was very disappointed. It was all thighs and other stuff, but there was no drumsticks at all. Not one drumstick even. In the 80s, it was half and half drumsticks and everything. About a decade before, it was like at least one drumstick in a 6-pack of the chicken at KFC, but there was not one drumstick at all, and super, super, super greasy. I ended up giving 3 of my thighs to people around Loblaws. One guy who was cooking cans wasn't my day off, so I gave him a chicken thigh, and then somebody else would give a chicken thigh too, because they're probably hungry. Might as well help them out and give them something to eat. Why not? But yeah, it was very disappointing about the KFC thing. I was craving it all day, but not one drumstick, not one. So yeah, that's just disappointing, and it was just too greasy. It's not the same like it was back in the 90s and 80s and so forth. Not at all. Not the same quality at all. Too greasy. Had heartburn most of the night and kept up all night. So yeah, I'm getting all too. So KFC was good. Was very disappointing experience there. Fast service though, super fast service. I got my meal in less than 2 minutes. Bing bong bong. The coleslaw was excellent. The macaroni salad was excellent. Just I got no drumsticks at all and was disappointing. I was looking forward to a drumstick or two at least. So they must be going really in tight financial straits too, not to be able to provide drumsticks, which is more expensive than the thighs, whatever they're selling as well. So makes sense. It is what it is. What can we do? Also, have other disconcerting news about someone within my family who was murdered. Like, she was an elder with a walker. I bumped to my uncle and he told me that she was murdered. But he never had the decency to come over and tell me. But I found out anyway. that she was murdered. Why would anyone want to murder someone who's in there, an elder? Why would, and she was indigenous as well, from the same reserve I come from. So we're definitely related. But she was murdered, I found out, and yeah, we'll talk about that in another stream. The murder, missing women's status and so forth. The violence inflicted toward me, death threats inflicted toward me by a bunch of people who do drugs and prostitution and all that. I'm trying to stop that BS from happening. And because of this one troublemaker started it all, that's what's happening with me. But yeah, violence is everywhere now. Drugs are everywhere. Everyone is in danger. And this Labor Weekend, please watch your family. Please watch your kids. Please watch your surroundings due to the violence, escalating violence, the drugs, and the more increasing predators trying to recruit new people into the drug system, mess them up. And what they do is they try to get into these legal activities to do. That's what they do. So that's it for now. It's been a very rough week. I haven't been on. And yeah, it's been very, very, really hard week for me. Very hard week. Oh yeah. And the ex-boyfriend I managed to encounter the ex-boyfriend again. And another friend was with me who knows him, acquaintance who knows him. She's indigenous as well. We talked to him. He shoplifted. He never shoplifts, but he's living with this person who shoplifted, he claims, and she got with it, but he didn't. So what's wrong with this picture? If he stayed with me, he would not shoplift me, that's for sure. But she's living there. We went in there, just wearing sunglasses and everything, all that. Why wearing sunglasses cooking? Black eye, but she was black, so it would be hard to see. I put a lot of makeup on to make it look like I have dark shadow on. But was she on something? And her name is absolutely unbelievable. Like, you told me that she knows me, but I don't even know her. I mean, come on. But encourage him to shoplift too. He never did that before. The staff at the place where I was getting a drink for him, I was wondering about that. I said, just so you know, your friend there shoplifted. The one with the white beard? It's not like him. He has a job. He has no reason to. No, just so you know, he shoplifted. Was he with anybody? Well, anyways, it is what it is, but stupid. Won't be surprised to have a big stash of drugs at his place from these people, which is stupider. Tom gives in to the troublemaker prostitute in the hall, and they do drugs. And this now is happening. He's shoplifting now, and he has a job. What's wrong with that picture? Like, I don't know. Well, that's it. He's going to be in trouble. If they catch him with a bunch of drugs in his place, it's his own damn fault, and I told him to stay away from these people in the first place. And one his ex-wife, his deceased wife, tried to keep a tight leash on him because he has a weakness for these kind of people. But anyways, it's his own. He's on his own. Let him dig his own grave. Not my fault. It's his fault. He wants to go down with these idiots. It's his own fault. So yeah. Please be careful this weekend for the predators out there. So that's about it. Like which, I'm going to head out and get some more errands done. Since I've been resting all day due to the concussion and everything, all that. And yeah. Kind of still hurts there. The side of my neck hurts there. And so forth. I don't know what happened. But I don't know. I was threatened by the neighbors again. I had to report it. It could be something to do with him, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, take care, stay safe, watch your back. Trust nobody. That's about it. Stay safe.